Hey there, Ethan Baker from the law offices of Barton Morris. I get asked this question a lot, and I thought I'd address it right here, but what is a trust, and how does it work, and what are you supposed to do with it once you have it set up? Those are all very important questions. I think a lot of us have a lot of misconceptions about what a trust is, but a trust is just simple and it's a simple document that sets out your legal rights, and it acts as a separate entity that protects your assets, and it has them in place ready to give to that next generation, to those beneficiaries when you're ready. When you first set up a living trust, you wear three hats. You're the trustor, you're the trustee, and you're the beneficiary. So as the trustor, you're the one funding that trust. You're the one putting your assets into the trust. As the trustee, you're the one managing those assets as part of the trust. And then as the beneficiary, you're the one receiving the benefit of those assets. So in the beginning, it's very, very simple. You wear all three hats, you're those three things, and it's pretty straightforward. What ends up happening is when you're no longer with us, that beneficiary is named and we know where those assets are supposed to go. And when you're no longer with us, you're also no longer the trustee. So you'll have a separate trustee who's a successor trustee that's going to make sure your assets are distributed according to your wishes. You're going to have that named beneficiary, which is often your children, your loved ones, charitable organizations. They're going to receive those assets upon your passing, and everything is very straightforward and clean. But that's what a trust is. The important thing also is once you set up a trust, which I work with a lot of people, we set up a great revocable living trust package. They've got all the documents, they've got everything they're done. We execute those, we have the notary here. But then there's some couple more steps that need to be done because the trust set up that doesn't have the assets in it that have funded the trust doesn't do you any good. So that next level is funding the trust. You want to put your assets into the name of the trust. There's a lot of different ways and strategies you can approach this, and we'll work with you to figure out what that is and what makes most sense for your situation. But generally, you want to put your real estate in the trust, you want to put your bank accounts in the trust, you want to put any assets in the trust that have value and that you can title. Generally, the one thing you don't want to put into a trust are your retirement accounts, because your retirement accounts are very specific. They have tax benefits, and you don't want to mess with those tax benefits. But other than that, you want to put any asset that you can name and put your name on, whether it's a title, whether it's an account name, into the ownership of the trust. And everything will be set up for when you're ready to pass on, and those assets can easily transfer. But the key, again, is to fund that trust. You have to do it. Setting up the trust alone isn't enough. The important part after that is to fund it so those assets are subject to the terms of the trust and don't get you stuck in probate court, which we all know is a bad thing. So we're happy to help you craft that plan that makes the most sense for you. And again, every person, every situation is different to the point of we want to make sure we address all your concerns and all your needs at that time. But set up the trust and fund the trust so your beneficiaries get the benefit of it when you've passed away. Have a good one. Bye-bye.